All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I am Jessica LaCour, your favorite real estate agent in Northeastern Wyoming. And I'm here with my friend Jeremy Torrez, who has been a longtime inspector in Gillette and very respected. And usually we don't see inspectors stick around this long. So he has something that we need to dig into. All right. So Jeremy, thank you so much for having the time to come here and to be with us and to answer some of my questions. Hopefully they're not too much. We're very, very excited. I think a lot of people are a little hesitant to get on camera, but you're up for it. So here we go.
I'm going to give it a whirl.
Yes. I'm going to dive into a few questions here.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, you started iSpy inspections back in 2021, right? Or is it before that?
It's 2.0. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So originally I started in 2004, way back in the olden days when we were still doing it on paper and, things were a little different. But I took a little bit of a hiatus. I was still doing it as kind of a side hustle a little bit for a few years.
What did you do full time then when you did it on the side?
So I was in mining and oil
Okay.
and gas. I was a safety manager and a safety coordinator.
Oh, wow. That's a big job.
It's a lot of responsibility, not a lot of sleep, a lot of chasing people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you did it part time.
Yep.
And then when did you make the full jump to full time?
21.
Okay.
I had gone back into the mining field a little bit and decided that I think that I want to be my own boss. I want to make this thing work and run it like it could be run.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
jumped in with both feet and told the wife, hey, let's do this. If we have to eat ramen after 3 months, I'll think about something else.
And she was all for it
So far,
too.
no ramen, yeah.
She's so fantastic for everybody. His wife is an angel. She deals with all the rescheduling and everything and is just a saint.
Keeps me on point.
It's cool. I don't think I've ever worked with an inspector where their wife was like helped with all of that. So what you guys have works really well.
She is super on top of it, so that makes me look a little better.
You do pretty good. What made you jump into the glamorous world of attics, basements, and water heaters?
Well, a couple things actually. It was kind of a natural transition because I was inspecting, big sites on oil fields and doing that in the mining as well.
Yeah.
But when we came to buy ourselves, it was like, okay, I kind of want to know a little bit more about what's going on. There's an inspection we had a lot of years ago that kind of stuck in my head. It was like, we could probably offer better than this to somebody that was actually looking to have something done.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
it was a bad experience.
It wasn't a great one. I think I've had a good one since, but that first one really stuck with me. So.
Yeah. If it left an impression, it must have had something that...
It did. Yeah, it did.
That's cool.
So
I like that you wanted to do something better.
We try to keep progressing and do better things for the clients as we go.
Yeah. I've noticed that. I mean, you were one of the first people to ever implement the whole automated system, which is very, very nice. And then when you go to click into the inspection, it's all divided up, very easy to read. There's some inspectors, I won't name any names, that sometimes we're lucky if we get a piece of paper and it's like chicken scratched on and you got to try to interpret the words, what it means. There's no pictures for reference. Yeah. So you've really pushed and stepped up the game that way.
Yeah, I think, and they probably have a lot of knowledge in what they're saying and doing, but to convey that to somebody that maybe coming in with, they're fresh, that could be the first house, they have no idea what they're looking at, what they're reading, and what this means, right? So if you can give them 300 pictures and arrows, and this is what we're talking about, that helps, I think.
It helps me too, because sometimes I'm like, what is this? Okay, now I can skillfully make the, request for the repair because I can kind of figure out what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, if I just have it written out and I don't have those arrows, good luck.
I think you can figure it out.
They definitely help. And especially if you have a client that's really worrisome, you know what I'm talking about, the ones that just worry that extra amount, it helps to have those pictures and kind of be able to reiterate if it's a big deal or not a big deal.
Right. Yeah. If it's kind of laid out to you like this is just a maintenance item, don't focus on it so much. If this is something I would fix, or this is something that's a safety item, you should probably do that first.
Right. So you have it like red is like
safety.
urgent, and then orange.
Right.
Yep.
Is stuff I would say you should probably get fixed in the near future or now.
Okay.
And then the maintenance things are probably things they're going to continue to see.
Like regular stuff.
Yeah. They're going to have to do it probably 2 years from now and 2 years after that.
Gotcha.
That kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super helpful because what I tell my clients, and I don't know if other agents do, but what we tell our clients is this whole inspection and what we request is for functional items in the house. We're not going to go through for the cosmetic stuff. This is to see if there's any major things that are wrong with it.
Right.
So it's not going to be like your honey-do list of like, oh, let's repair the drywall, the trim is nicked. That it's none of that. We're looking for like foundation issues and.
There are a lot of people though that would really love me to mark up all that stuff.
Oh, I know.
It's really.
I get some of those requests, and I'm like, oh, well, this is an encyclopedia. Like, this is not going to work.
Yeah, the house is lived in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like in our area, we have so many houses that are I'd say mainly built in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they're getting to that point now where there's quite a bit of deferred maintenance if they're not on top of it.
Very good. Yeah, that's a term I use often.
Deferred maintenance?
Deferred maintenance.
We're going to get to that. I have a good question on it. So you've seen hundreds of homes. What's the first thing you look for when you walk into a property? So like instinctively, what is like your eye drawn to, or what do you look for?
So usually it's when I pull up to the house. I want to make sure I look at the roof line first.
You do?
Yep.
That'll tell a lot, huh?
Yeah. The roof line has a big sag in it, or there's a hump in it, or something's dropping off one side. And it's like, maybe something's happening here. But yeah, I try to get a picture as I'm walking up, getting ready to ring the doorbell, right?
Yeah. I would say I have to do the same thing, especially if it's a listing. I think when I'm walking up to it and I'm either looking at the roof line or even something as simple as like the concrete in the garage doors, that's going to tell me a whole lot before I go in.
Yes, sure will.
Yeah. All right. High turnover in real estate agents is a big deal. And we see the same thing with inspectors. Why do you think that is?
Well, there's probably a myriad of reasons, but I think really the biggest thing that comes to mind is some people don't treat it like a business.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So if you run your real estate, I'm sure like it's your business.
Yeah.
And it's your income and that's what you're doing. Then I think you'll last quite a bit longer. Inspectors, I think, are the same way. Sometimes we have guys that are part-time, right? They have a career that they do, summer teachers, right? And then they'll do it in the summer.
That'd be a good gig for a teacher.
Yeah.
And teachers are usually very organized.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, there's a group of inspectors here in town that kind of help out a little bit here and there. That are doing well, and if they do well, and stick with it too.
Good.
But yeah, as far as the drop off, you have to deal with hard things.
Yeah.
So sometimes those hard things scare people off too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think sometimes too, from my perspective on real estate agents, is it stacks up and it becomes too much for them to handle. So yeah, maybe it's something similar. I just kind of was wondering that the other day.
Yeah. There's a bunch. So
yeah. All right. So what's the craziest thing you've ever found during an inspection? The first thing that comes to mind.
Weirdest thing.
I know we've had some situations.
Yeah. I've sent you pictures.
Sometimes I'm like, what is this?
Am I good? So there was one rural property I did in Upton, Wyoming, and I was in the crawl space, belly crawling, right?
Oh, bless your heart. I can only think spiders, water.
Spider snakes, right? Spider snakes. That would have been great compared to what I saw.
Oh, no. Let's hear it.
So I find a dress. It's like a promish type dress with bones in it.
Stop it!
Not even kidding.
Is it skeleton?
Not a human.
Oh my God! I'm like, this is getting so good.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can imagine like cold chill face.
Oh yeah.
locked up. I'm like, and I booked it out of there, right?
Yeah, probably as fast as you could.
On the cell phone, hey, what's going on? You're at find service first, right?
Oh, yes. Freaking Wyoming.
Yes. This person blanched bones and did artwork on these bones, right?
Oh.
But why would you do that knowing that somebody's going to be crawling around under there, right?
That's messed up.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, hobby.
And a dress?
Huh? Yeah, the dress.
That's a weird hobby.
It wasn't.
I'm not going to lie.
Just like folded over. It wasn't like laying out like a bunny or anything like that. But it was odd enough that I was like,
Did you put a big F on that inspection?
pass fail, but I can tell
House
you.
is probably haunted.
I had to kind of regroup.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not expect that.
No, I didn't either. But yeah, there's lots of things.
Who did you call first?
So I called the agent first.
Yeah.
I said, hey, do you know much about this person?
For real.
Yeah. And then I got the story, but it took a minute.
So it was a hobby?
Yeah. And so I went inside the house after that and saw some of the stuff that was hanging on there. Usually when I go to a house, I do the outside first, and this one had an outside crawler.
Oh.
So had I maybe gone through and flipped lights on and done all that, I might have been keyed off a little bit, but
Maybe.
I don't think my reaction would have been different.
No, that was good.
Well,
I have not heard one like that before, man.
so you want to be an inspector?
No, yeah. This is the first thing to prepare for.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever had to tell a buyer to run and not walk away from a house?
I try not to throw opinions out there.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's really
I
smart.
try to let the report say what it needs to,
Mhm.
and I try not to give advice on whether you should buy the house or not.
Super
I like
smart.
to be in your opinion.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if I do that. I
Yeah.
disclose
Yeah,
and they decide.
Yeah.
So like you're doing basically the same thing.
right. You develop a little more relationship with them than I do usually. Though,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
So it's probably easier for your end for some guys they don't know to say, hey, yeah,
Right.
no way. But
That's true. We have a little more rapport, and I usually know their why on moving or buying and kind of their personal life behind the scenes. So I can be like, would be my advice, but
Yeah.
I don't ever tell them, do not buy this house. Unless you want to throw some money your way. So maybe I do.
yeah, and I don't know the level of tolerance people have either.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, maybe they're good with tearing all this apart. And
True.
there's been a couple that I've done for you that personally that I'm like, you sure, Jess?
I know. And some of them I probably would not do again. I had to learn. Like
you're-
old downtown homes, never again.
Yeah.
And if I ask you to go look at it, please talk me out of it because they are money pits. You can't stop. You just keep going and going.
I understand.
Bad. All right, here's some questions. Oh, here's one more for you.
Okay.
Before we get into what buyers and sellers would ask.
Okay.
How many home inspections do you typically complete in a day, ideally? And do you work another job as well?
No, this is my bread and butter. So typically it's 2. I'll do 3 in a day, especially in the summer months.
Mm-hmm.
When it's wintertime, I'm pretty beat after 2, and I don't think I can really get everything done as well in the winter to do 3 a day.
That's interesting. I was wondering how many, because it takes you how long? A couple hours?
Yeah, 2.5 hours to get through, get good notes, try to get pictures that aren't terrible.
And then you got to go put it all back in.
Yeah, so I have software, which I really am thankful for that I found this company. And most of my notes are dropped in as I'm doing it, and I'm trying to take notes as I go.
Do you do it on an iPad?
I do it on this cool new phone now that I have that's a Doogie Fire that has like infrared built into it and all this stuff. So
What?
you're going to see some new things coming.
Oh, I'm excited. I love new things. Just ask John. A new tool. Yay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Evolving is good. Well, that's exciting. Typically, 2 to 3 listing appointments a day is a max for me because I prep for it. Sometimes they can take over an hour, and then I go back right away and do all the numbers for them, and then it's another phone call. So yeah, that after that I am pretty mentally spent as well. But for showings we can do, oh man, so many.
Right.
But you walk through the whole entire house. So I was wondering if that would be similar.
Yeah, it's similar. The notes I put together on the other side are probably similar to what you're doing with numbers. Right, just gotta go through the report, make sure things look right.
Takes another couple hours.
Yeah.
And for like launching a listing, definitely 2 to 3 is a max too, because like it just takes so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you overdo it too, if you go spend too much time on it, then sometimes that looks overdone, right?
Oh, yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
There's just a fine point of what you should
Get the information and keep it there.
Yeah, the sweet spot.
Exactly.
That's good. You have it figured out.
I'm working on it.
For buyers, what are the top 3 red flags you always check for that most people will miss?
On the inspection end, top 3 things: roof, foundation, plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Plumbing, I think, is something that I would say buyers tend to forget and sellers neglect.
Yeah.
So fix it later.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I forgot that I put that tape on there.
Oh my gosh. Have you been to one of my rentals that's been like, it's a very large unit, and the original owner just pretty much bubblegum and twine. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The entire place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a perfect example of it.
Some people just don't know what they don't know. So right.
I've had plumbers send me pictures like, what the F? What is this? Like, I don't know, man.
Hey, you're the professional.
Yeah, exactly. For sellers, what's one thing they can fix ahead of time that makes a huge difference in the report that the buyer is going to get?
Well, I'm on the seller's end. I always recommend trying to get a pre-list inspection done.
Do you?
So, yeah. So.
Oh, let's talk about this for a minute.
So I always think, coming from my end, it would be smarter for a seller to get ahead of it, right? So they get the inspection, they know what's going to happen and what they need to look for and what most people are going to ask for in repairs. That way, at the end of the game, when it's like your 4th and goal, now you got all these other things you got to do before you got 30 days you got to go. Right?
Now we have
now it's a surprise. Everybody's already, their emotions are high.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Right. And then they get this list.
Yeah. And now they got to make a roof claim and
scramble time, right?
So I have an opposing opinion on that. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
So I have a lot of sellers that will be like, do we need to do this? Yada, yada. If the home is pretty well cared for, I say don't do it because there's a bunch of different inspectors. And lately, because buyers are so pinched for funds, they will have Uncle Bob do it or their dad.
Yeah.
Which is horrible, I think, in my opinion.
It's
going to make your freaking Christmas dinner a little more awkward than it already is. Like, when he doesn't find the problems.
Yeah.
But the opinions of those inspectors vary so much that these sellers could fix so many things that are not even going to show up. And then, so if they do that, and then they get this gigantic list, they're pissed at me.
I agree. I agree totally on that. However, on the flip side of that too, at least they know before they hit it.
True.
Right.
This is true.
And with the inspectors, you're right. There's some good inspectors out there that are versed in some areas, right?
Some that is very key.
Right. Some are electricians. Some are firemen that know, what's going on.
Some are just they've worked a computer job.
Yeah. Some don't know the construction process as well, but some are really good in those areas, so they're going to key on those areas, right?
That's so true.
Yeah,
that is so true.
Yep.
I can think of some particular ones that their list will be heavy on a certain area, and then other stuff is totally missed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that whole variance makes me kind of like, Now I think that I've been in the business long enough, I can kind of assess the property when I'm looking at it with them for the first time, and I can tell if like they're going to need to place a roof claim or so that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if I was clueless, I would say get a pre-inspection.
Yeah, you've done this long enough, you kind of.
Yeah. Like, this is going to get called on an appraisal.
Yeah.
Make sure the next sunny day you paint it. Like, yeah.
Right. And financing makes a big difference too. On
Huge.
What's really keyed on to.
Huge. Yeah.
I usually don't know what the financing is, so most times I try to go in just like a blank slate and just pretend like it's BA.
Smart, because it's going to be the heaviest on, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
And I would say every deck here needs to be painted every year. Yes, it's sad. All that work. What's your, we just talked about it. What's your opinion on pre-listing inspections? So we covered that, which is great.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
Yes. I definitely see both sides. And like, I think the amount of deferred maintenance for the average homeowner in Gillette. Tell me about that and what you think.
The average what? Good, say it again.
Deferred maintenance?
The average amount?
Mm-hmm. For the average homeowner.
50 to 60%.
That's bad. What do you think is the top thing that most homeowners don't do but should do?
Every couple of years, get into your attic.
I've never been in my attic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a good place to hang out. If you're going to go in there, make sure, if you definitely know you have fiberglass insulation in there, mask up, do the things that you should do, right?
Yeah.
You're not reading that stuff. But if you have vents, roof venting that's on your roof, I would say make sure you go up there and have a look and see if any of these driving Wyoming winds have created pockets in there of water, right? If it's matted down, and eventually it's going to make a spot on your ceiling, and you're going to think, "Oh, my roof's leaking," when it's probably a vent.
That is interesting.
Yeah, and especially if your vents are on the northish facing wall.
Oh boy!
So if they are, then just have a look at that. And sometimes the wind will even pull those attic accesses out of the pockets.
Yes, mine in the garage, it will go whoop, and I'm like, was somebody in the garage?
So then think
But
about
it sucks
doing
it
all
up.
that loose insulation too. So then you have a big pile of it over here in the corner, and then it's gonna have bare spots over here.
So do I need to bring a rake up there?
Hire a guy.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, but look at that once in a while, and just under your sink. Maybe don't put everything under there.
Why do I feel like you're talking to me?
What's happening? Maybe just pull it out every once in a while. Make sure that P-trap's still on there, and you haven't knocked anything loose, and you're not back in there.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say every walkthrough underneath people's sinks.
Yeah.
Well, they all look the same. It's a little bit of leakage.
Yeah, those kinds of things. Small, right? But it turns into stuff if you don't do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can make people think, oh, your roof is probably bad if it's got a spot on that ceiling. Right?
I would think that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's probably.
So do I have good ventilation if my thing is getting sucked up?
It's Wyoming, so what do you do, right? You've got airflow. How about that?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I won't be crawling around in my attic.
Yeah.
I'll have somebody do that.
Okay. It's not that fun.
Okay. What else do you think people need to do? Like a summer, winter type maintenance?
Summer, winter, filters, of course, do those kinds of things. This is just for living in, but as far as if you're going to sell summer, winter kind of stuff, flush sprinklers, do the stuff you're supposed to do there. Make sure.
So many people don't do that.
Yeah.
And then we're stuck in the last minute.
Right. Make sure that everything on the outside, as far as your hydrants go, make sure those are off and drained out, and they're not going to break and cause leakage in the walls and that kind of stuff. Because when they're in the wall leaking, that's the bad time to try to fix it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's probably frozen and cold outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. Those kind of things I think are, just typical maintenance things like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm interested about that whole attic thing because I've never heard that. Would you rather inspect in a blizzard or during 100-degree heat?
100-degree heat.
You would?
All day long.
But there's bugs and snakes.
That's fine.
Really?
It's fine.
The below 50 is not your thing.
No, not really.
It's awful, isn't it? It's the wind that gets me. Because it could be -20 and that wind just
And my
freezes your
electronics
skin.
want to give up the fight so bad.
Oh, true.
I'm always have to put them under my arm and warm them up. And
Same with lock boxes. They do not like working then.
Tell me.
Yeah, you know too.
Tell me. Yeah, I'm out there like, are you sure that's a code?
I know. So many times, like when people have like a door code or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just put that in there. We don't need a lockbox. I don't want to mess with it, especially if like,
Yeah.
have you ever been to one where it's like out of service and you're like sitting there with the Bluetooth trying to get it to work?
Yeah.
I've driven it up the road.
Stand in the back of my truck. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stupid.
Yeah.
We should be smarter than this.
I mean, you would think after all these years
Yeah.
there'd be a better way.
Yeah.
But
So I'm
it is what it
trying.
is.
Now I'm like, just tell me your code. I will pass that out. How fast can you tell if a home has been flipped wrong?
Under 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
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 What's the dead giveaway?
Um,
To me, it's shoddy paint.
shoddy paint and floors.
Oh,
if
yeah.
the floor doesn't line up and the trim is
Wavy.
is all wonky, then yeah, there's going to be more to see.
Yeah. Or it's a bad downtown house.
Or that, yeah, or they couldn't float enough.
Those ones
leveler.
downtown where you go into them and there's like dirt floors for the basement.
Yeah.
Those are crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, they've been there forever, right?
Oh, yeah.
But and the materials they used at the time were great.
Top notch, yeah.
Great, yeah, but 70 years later, that may not be the 2.5.
Yeah. Some of them have been crazy. I want to say it was
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 years ago, we had a customer buying a house and half of the downtown house had a foundation and the other half did not.
Yeah,
It was just like
yeah,
hanging over.
yep.
So
Yep.
weird.
I've seen that too, and then you see ABS plumbing to PVC plumbing to iron
Yes!
plumbing to copper plumbing.
Oh my gosh, yes, I've seen that. And I was like, wow, this looks like a Christmas tree.
They only had a certain amount at
Yeah.
that store that day or something. Yeah,
There's some bubble gum in there somewhere.
for sure.
Oh
for sure.
gosh. Have you ever said, nope, I'm not going in there? Other than the skeleton house.
Other than I was already in there. There was one. I got everybody out of that house. So it was a flood situation. Kids were in the basement, and there was mushrooms growing out of the carpet.
Stop it!
That was Newcastle, Wyoming. So
And then the creepy house was in Upton, right?
yeah,
We should just not go that direction.
I'm not going to say they're not here too.
In Gillette? I have not seen a mushroom house.
Well, not a mushroom house.
Oh.
I haven't seen that here. No, but yeah, that one was. And it was a rental, and the guy that owned it was out of state and had no idea that it was in that condition.
I would hope he had no
Yeah.
idea.
So much water had been in there that it floated actually the sump pump out of the crock and laid it on its side. There was an issue.
Oh my gosh. So what happened? Do you think he just tore it down?
One of the only times I've ever had to call the sheriff's department. So after all that was done, then he had to go in and got it and
Yeah.
fix everything.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
I can't believe people were living in that.
Yeah. Me either.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. That's nuts, though. I'm just like picturing the
Yeah.
mushrooms growing out of the carpet.
It was, yeah. The mattresses were flipped on the side, right? So it'd stay dry during the day, and they could sleep on that at night when they got home.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, at that point, you should probably pump the brakes and do something different because that's your health you're working with there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Didn't mean to go on that weird turn, but that's where that went.
That was just like cringy. Is there a DIY repair that makes you cringe every time you see it?
When a homeowner thinks they're an electrician, yes.
That's gotta
I
be
can
bad.
give the plumbers a pass, the DIY plumbing, but when you're digging around an electric box and you know for a fact that you pull that box off and you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't have touched the front of that panel now.
Yeah, don't do
Now
that.
that I saw
Don't
that.
do it. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
For me, it's like when I see do-it-yourself tile work.
Oh, yeah, that's always
It's
bad.
so obviously bad. I have to be
Yeah.
like, did you step back and say, this looks good? Like,
It kicks the OCD really in high.
that is
right?
exactly what it is. There's no straight lines. It's all wavy. That's one
yeah.
of those things that's like, that's a skill.
Yeah, that is a skill, and
Yeah.
you should probably hire that out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
HGTV is really bad for our industry.
So bad. I think it makes so many
Yeah.
people think, yes, I can
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah. Yeah. And hey, great for trying, but maybe not right on the entire wall. You should, try a few areas they're not going to get seen.
Like a test spot.
Right.
This is so great. What smells worse, a backed up sewer or an attic in August? We have to talk about smells.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the sewer.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to have to deal with that.
Do you ever see real estate pictures and you're like, I know what that house smells like? I do, and my husband thinks I'm so weird, and I'm like, no, there is a smell for all of that.
Yep. You are totally correct on that, and I'm like really, really sensitive to smells.
Me too.
Yeah, I usually try to go because you guys are so good at pictures. John.
It's John.
Yeah.
It's not me.
But sometimes you're like, I feel like that's probably late '80s, but it looks pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what it smells like?
How many dogs did you say that?
Yes. Oh, it's so crazy. Sometimes I'll be like, I know what that house looked like. It's really great. And then I go walk in it and I'm like, there's a few cats. Where's the cats? But then there's people that have quite a few cats and they have like these litter boxes that look like little space things.
Yeah, my daughter's got one of these.
You cannot smell a cat in houses that have those.
Yeah.
I like swear by them.
Yeah. I think it's just how you keep your animals too. It's just
probably.
Yeah, it's some people are better than others with it because I've been in houses too where I had no idea there was pets there.
Yeah, same.
So
yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you can't see any of the mess or anything, but then you go into different houses where there is so much dog crap in the backyard that you can't walk through it.
Yeah, and I'm always doing this, right? So I'm not
so you step in it?
Yeah, that's why I take 2 pairs of shoes.
Smart.
Every inspection has 2 pairs of shoes.
Then you don't have to smell it the whole day.
Yeah.
That's awful. I need to start doing that.
Yeah, my house shoes and my outdoor shoes.
Yes. Inspection shoes and not inspection shoes. If a seller tries to follow you during an inspection, is that a red flag to you? Tell me everything about that.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
I tell them to leave.
Yeah, that's always the best because I'm really not doing a good service if I'm talking to them or they're trying to point things out and steer me somewhere else.
Right.
So it's usually a red flag for me. It's their house. I get it. They probably don't like me being in there a lot of times, right? Mm-hmm. They're kind of uncomfortable with weird people being in their house or whatever. Sure. But it's this process that you have to do, right? Yeah. So if they're following me around, they're showing me all the stuff that they did. Sometimes I get good information though.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes that's just good to know.
I have had sellers sabotage their own appraisal.
Right.
Because they did the same thing following the appraiser around.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's better if you're not there and accidentally say something that really would not benefit you.
If they're there and they know the chips are they're going to fall anyway. So it's probably better that they don't try to talk you out of writing something like that up or steer you away from it or tell on themselves.
Right. When John and I started working together like 7-8 years ago, I wasn't as harsh as I am about telling people to leave.
Yeah.
And I could start to tell the difference of the photos he took from when somebody was there and when they weren't.
I'll bet.
And then, so now I'm very particular. And so I'm sure it's the same way for you.
Totally the same way.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get people in the picture, obviously, right?
Right.
So, and if
oh my gosh, I never thought of that. You are taking pictures too.
Yeah. Exactly. 300-400 photos while I'm on site. So,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you keep all the pictures?
I keep them in the cloud, right? So if they ever have to be referred to later or something's brought up and I don't have that picture in the report, then I'll be like, let's see if I can get a different angle of that one. Or, there's 50 pictures that are blurry because I went too fast.
Yes, I get it. Yeah. So having a seller there, we eventually just were like, no, we got to cut that out.
Yeah, that's a good idea and then you never know because a lot of times a buyer will show up at the end of an inspection.
I was just going to say that.
So you don't know how that's going to go.
No.
Right.
I would say oftentimes it's way better to not have them interact.
Yeah.
Like, the old-fashioned way of closing and everybody goes to closing? I quit doing that like 5-6 years ago.
Did you?
I'm like, this is not it's a colossal waste of time for one. And for two,
Yeah.
you just never know. They might know each other.
Right.
Or maybe they had a thing in high school together and it's awkward. Like I have had so many
Small
weird
community.
It is
It's a small community.
Yeah. So you got to be careful.
Yeah.
And it's just so much better without all of that extra maybe.
Yeah.
So same for buyers.
Yeah.
I get the majority of them want to come. So how do you handle that when they're like,
So I always give them a
hey,
spiel.
I'm going to show up?
I always say, hey, that's great. I always prefer that you come towards the end. Last half hour would be perfect because if I'm talking to you or we're talking about other things, I'm going to miss things for you and they're important. I don't want to miss things
I
for
love
you.
that you say that.
Yeah. You hired me to do a job, right? And I want to make sure I do the best one I can for you.
So
If we're
good.
there and we're talking, I'm probably going to not see some things that would have probably been seen.
Right.
Some people are insistent.
Yes.
Some people are very insistent that,
I
yes,
know
I want
this.
to do this.
Yes.
And some people are very insistent. They want to bring everybody with them as a second
That's
showing.
another thing.
And I don't want to, that's
It's
tough.
hard to even show people that bring like their families, and I understand they're excited.
Yes.
But when
for
you
sure.
have a room full of like 10 plus people,
Yeah.
I'm going to shut down.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to get the best me.
Yeah.
Or is it the same for you?
Same for me. And I can't do my job that way.
Yeah.
Because especially if this seller has all their stuff still there, right?
Right.
Then
And
it's
kids
like,
are running everywhere.
yeah, right.
I've literally picked up
Yeah.
kids and carried them through the showings because I didn't want.
I haven't gone that far.
This seller,
I don't
like,
pick up children.
yeah, I had to. They were
I know,
jumping
I'm
on
sure.
these antique
I'm
beds
sure,
and everything,
yeah.
and I was like, "All right, we're here, guys."
Yeah.
And they thought it was great, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
sure.
panicked.
Yeah, I am sure. But yeah, that's just not a good idea. If they want to have another showing, I think that should be set up in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, if you want to come towards the end and talk and you're the buyer and all for that, that's fine.
Do you have dads come with their kids?
Always. Not always.
Do they argue with you?
Sometimes I've made it a game with
You
people.
have? Ooh, let's
Dad
hear
and
this.
Grandpa. Dad and Grandpa, they were builders before and they'd done this. And I was like, all right, you guys have your paper out? I was like, we're going to come together here in about 30 minutes and we'll see what you see and see what I see and see how many
Love
we
it.
have. And yeah, it's been fun that way a couple times. A couple times not as fun, but they were pretty cool. And
That is so
yeah.
cool. See, you're so personable with people, and I think that's why you've lasted such a long time. Like, you can get along with pretty much anyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a service for them. So I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta
That's
try.
cool.
You gotta try to see where they're at and meet them where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they always come with good intentions.
Sure.
We do have the parents or the dads that we feel like are maybe sabotaging because they don't want their kid
Yep.
to purchase.
I see that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's frustrating, especially when we think that, like this could be a really good situation for
Yeah.
somebody, like
Yeah.
a good investment, and they're
Absolutely.
excited, and then
Yeah.
a parent was a wet blanket.
Not ready to let them be adults, right?
But it's also such a different time too to buy than it was 30 years
Oh, yeah.
ago. So sometimes I find the inspectors are so much more valuable than the parents because the inspectors are with the times, and then the parents' evaluation or quality of their inspection is just not up to par.
When they bought their house 30 years ago,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
the one they've been
The-
in for that 30 years.
Yes,
so
yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the whole process is
Yeah.
so much different.
Totally understandable where they're coming from, but at the same time,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be the same way when my son buys a house, but I'm going to
you're
respect
a little different.
respect the professional's job. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't lean over my mechanic's shoulder when he's working on my vehicle. Or
No,
that either.
exactly
So,
like
I mean,
that.
It's kind of the same situation.
Exactly like that.
I don't want to be in his way and make him,
Right.
uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden he doesn't put something
Right.
back together, right? So same deal.
Yeah. I've always wondered how that was on the inspector side because we'll
Yeah.
have that on the real estate side where they're trying
Yeah.
to tell us what to do. But it's just so different. Like
Yeah.
our paperwork and everything every year is so different.
Interesting. You're saying that about them trying to maybe talk them out of a house too, that they think they may be in over their head, because I have seen that recently, and it was you can
Yes.
tell after the third time, talking about the same paint nick in the door. That's like, I don't think
See?
this guy's really wanting these people to be in here.
I've seen it very recently, and I think it has maybe something to do with just the news and bad media.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of
saying
that.
people talk about recession and all these key words that can make
Buzzwords, right?
yeah, the buzzwords that get
Yeah.
the parents really going because
Right.
maybe what happened in the past wasn't quite what the situation is today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Times they change, and we have to evolve with it, right?
Yes,
We do.
exactly.
Yep.
So, Yeah, that's made me disappointed a few times because I'm like, man, this kid could have had such a good start, and I wished I had done that at that age.
Me too.
So.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I find there's a lot of young people here that are buying that I'm really surprised, and I'm really happy that the younger buyers are out there.
I get so excited
really
when somebody young buys
Yeah,
because they don't know how they're changing their future.
Me too. Yeah.
How old were you when you bought your first house?
Oh, so I was young. I was 19.
Good for you.
Wasn't much of a house. Yeah, it
You
might have had
still
wheels
bought.
under it at one point.
You still bought. That's awesome.
Yeah. I was
So,
pretty young.
how many houses have you purchased? You've moved a lot?
Yeah, I've lived in several states and things. So, man, I think 13 houses maybe.
Ooh.
12.
You're very well versed in the moving.
You would think so. You
yeah.
would think so, but this last one I bought didn't even see it.
You didn't? Kudos to you. So many people would not do that. But we saw a ton of people after COVID do it, and it always makes me a little nervous because you walk into the house, you never know how that person is going to react. I've had people walk away from it. Some people fall in love. Just never know.
Yeah. But I think, real estate's a great thing to be in. It's a great thing to do. So if you can do it, do it.
Yeah. What was your favorite place you've ever lived?
Oddly, probably Lead, South Dakota.
Really?
I had a house that was kind of backed up in the woods, kind of by Terry Peak.
Yes.
And there's just me and trees.
Yes.
And a pretty good view. And then I could just kind of go play out my back door.
Aww.
A lot of fun. The house itself was secondary, really, to where it was located. For sure. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Too bad you sold that.
Your favorite house?
My favorite house. Probably the one I'm in right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that was when I walked in for a listing and I was like, I need this.
Yeah.
So, I haven't moved too many times. Only 3. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know what you like. Mm-hmm. Very good.
I do.
Very good.
It's a yes or no thing.
Very good.
Too bad you didn't keep that one in Lead.
I know.
Worth quite a bit now.
I know. Yeah, that was right after the homestake had closed down, and they moved a lot of those guys up to Wharf Gold Mine, and they dispersed out to different mines.
Gotcha.
The market was.
Yep. That was a really bad time.
I wish I would have bought about 10 houses over there then. Yeah.
Right? That would have been so good. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I have so many great questions. When you told me that you wanted to do this, I was like jotting down all the questions I had. There's so many fun things.
You're surprised that I was actually going to come out of my shell.
Yes, and I'm very excited about it.
I appreciate you having me, though.
Well, it's so good. What's one upgrade that sellers think matters but doesn't?
This is a DIY thing too, I think, painting their cabinets.
Yes. I don't like that either.
Yeah.
So
it's really not even totally my end, but I don't think you're helping yourself a lot of times.
No, but they think it's a major upgrade. And honestly, it's a lot of work to paint cabinets because you got to take them all off. And
Yeah. And then maybe going overboard with some landscaping. I think if you're selling your place, it's going to help you great, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. A ton of money.
Yeah.
What are your top things you think people should do for sellers?
Check the roof out.
Check the roof. Oh, I know.
Check the roof out.
I know.
Most people don't even get up there. From the ground, the roof looks straight, looks fine. If you get up there and look down on it, then you can see all the imperfections.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
I try to look at it from when I'm pulling away or pulling up, so I have a little bit of distance, but I'm sure it's a completely different view from up top.
It is, and it's different too, like if I drone it, or if I have like a 30-foot dock pull with my GoPro on it.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do on the ladder anymore?
Yeah, well, I still walk a lot of them, but if it's a good size pitch, or it's like, 3 stories up and it's looking a little sketch and it's windy out, then I'll get that dock pull out. And then I'll put the GoPro on there and I'll just lay that close to the shingles and I'll just film it.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
So like when it's really icy and windy and wintry out, do you like get on the roofs?
Nope.
Good.
I've learned my lesson there.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
I want to say, didn't Donnie, he's another inspector
Yeah.
here. He broke his leg
Yep.
at the same time. I
Yep.
think he broke more than a leg.
Yep. He was pretty messed up for a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
hard on you guys.
Yep, and then there
That's
was
so
another
scary.
one, Doug from
Oh, yep.
Pine Haven. He fell off a ladder and messed his back up, I think, too,
Yep.
doing that.
That's so dangerous.
Ladders are, you got to be careful. And I used
I
to
don't
teach
even
ladder
like-
safety.
You do?
I did when I was
Why
in
aren't you harnessing yourself up?
We don't need to go down that road.
Okay. Honestly, though, I don't blame you guys. I don't even like changing a light bulb. I get all shaky
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get on those roofs. Ugh.
Yeah.
Those high-pitched roofs look really cool, but they are probably
They
not
do look
fun.
neat. Yeah, they do look neat, but they're not fun to walk on.
How many times have you had to break bad news to buyers?
A couple times a week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fortunately, I have to too.
Yep.
We just get used to it,
Yeah,
right?
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about the delivery, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But also, I like to say that I'd rather be honest with you and tell you up front.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Then or gloss it over and make it
Yeah,
not as
no,
big a
that's
deal as
not my
sometimes it
game.
is.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Because then in the end, it's going to be 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. We're
Absolutely.
on the same page with that. What makes a home feel like it's really taken care of when you walk into it?
This is a weird one because sometimes it's just a feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I go in and I shut the door, it shuts solid. Nothing shakes and rattles. Everything looks like it's clean and maintained.
Yes.
You know that somebody took pride in the way they lived.
Yes.
Right. And it's not somebody they just hired to come in and professionally clean it. You can tell it's been years of people actually putting the time in.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really love when I have a homeowner that is meticulous about their maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it very often, but when you walk in, I know what you're saying about the
Yeah.
door shutting. It's not squeaky, it's solid.
Yep.
The floor is clean.
The sills
There's
tight.
a good smell
Yeah.
throughout the house. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that I can tell within
Yep.
a few seconds.
Yep. It's not a Glade plug-in. It's not a
No,
right?
Sometimes those are alarming because I'm like, all right, what are they trying to cover up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, you can kind of just get a feel. And if you go to a mechanical room and everything's in its place and there's numbers written on
Don't you love that?
furnace and water heater of service dates,
Yes.
you're like, okay, yeah.
Or I get my seller that's like, here's my manuals, and they're like
Right.
nicely organized. I'm like,
There's a folder of
"Whoa."
everything.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly the sound I hear too.
Yep.
Angel seller.
Exactly.
What's something that always makes you laugh, no matter how crazy the job gets?
When people try to prank me.
They prank you?
Yeah.
How come nobody pranks me?
You don't get pranked?
No.
Really?
Never.
All right.
Who pranks you and tell us a prank?
So I've had like homeowners put weird things in closets.
They do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like skeletons?
Well, that too. But I had like a clown head in there one time that was
Oh
like
my
on a
gosh.
string when you open the door.
Oh my gosh.
Like, and I know for a fact that they did that.
Yes,
right?
of
You know?
course. You had to take
Yeah.
the time to like do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, they stick something weird behind the door,
Are you sure they're just not weird?
Well, everything else looks right. And then there's
You're
this.
so nice. You're thinking it's a prank.
Maybe. Maybe I'm not being brave. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else?
So weirdest things. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think on that a little bit. Yeah.
Remember there was one house, it was like probably like 6 months ago, I had listed, and it was kind of out a ways. And you sent me this random picture of this crazy looking dude. And you're like, is this the seller?
Yeah. So
But I was like,
that's-
no, the
that's-
seller is no longer with us. Like, I do not, maybe that's his ghost.
Yeah, and I don't have that information at all. And so, yeah,
I know.
I apologize.
That's
to
no, it
her,
was
right?
so funny because I'm like, I really don't know who would be
Yeah.
standing there like that.
Yeah, that was kind of an odd deal because they just came rolling up out of state plates, right? And which is, I had to thumb through real quick to see where my buyer was from, right? Because I usually have that information in front of me when I get there, so I know who I'm talking to and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not the one. No. And it came out talking 90 miles an hour and seemed to know a little bit about the property. I'm like,
I was this close to calling the police.
Yeah.
Or the sheriff.
Have you been squatting out here?
Yeah.
You know these people?
Totally what I
'Cause,
thought.
Yeah, the introduction was not like, hey, I'm a friend of the family.
Right. Well, my parents live right
Nothing.
behind that, so I was alarmed. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
my dad is like most guys around here and has all the ammo. So,
Right,
like,
yeah,
this is
I
not good.
I wasn't too worried about everybody living out there because I
Yeah.
think they can all handle
Yeah,
what's going on
yeah.
like that. But you know, with the house being vacant like that, and you know, sitting there, I've only seen 2 squatters, so in this town. So
You've only seen 2 squatters?
I've only seen 2. Yeah.
I've had quite a
Yeah.
few.
You probably ran them out before I get there.
Probably. Yeah.
But yeah, that one was weird because it took quite a while before he got him to kind of say who he was and why he was there. and
Yeah,
figure
that
it
was
all
really
out.
odd.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good. Well, and then we had another situation that was a few months before that, kind of over in the
yes.
Nicholson's Farms
Yes,
area.
I forgot about that one.
That was another
That one was
similar
odd,
one.
too. Yeah.
That was a really weird
Yeah,
one.
because that one was kind of like, yeah,
I think it was a nosy neighbor or something.
three shades of separation from this inspection, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's never a dull day.
No.
That's what I love
If you want to
so
have
much.
a boring job, this is not it.
No, it is not. Some days it'll leave you totally spent,
Yeah.
but man,
Yeah.
it's so great.
You get out a lot of it, right?
Yes.
You get a lot out of it.
Can you imagine if every real estate agent wrote a book of all the crazy stuff? And same for you, like
Right?
the skeleton in the crawl space.
Maybe
I
we should
would've-
work like a newsletter out every week.
We should.
Yeah.
We really could fill it up.
Very quickly.
You can't make some of this stuff up,
No.
or the interactions with the
No.
clients. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah. So tell me, what's your craziest interaction with a client?
Oh man, it's hard to pick just one. I would say the craziest and probably one of the more difficult ones to handle was a throuple. And so usually most relationships
Did not
are
see that
tough
coming.
as 2 people.
Yes.
But then as 3, it was really hard to wrangle all the opinions coming in and the differences, and that was very challenging.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
I
So we've
imagine.
had that happen twice, and it was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. But, oh man, there's just so many different things.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like,
So many different personalities out there and
Yeah.
things, right?
it makes it entertaining though.
Oh yeah, you never know what you're gonna get.
No. Sometimes I've made some very, very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I've ran across people I never thought I would meet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
What
cool.
about you? Have you made good friends in the job?
I have actually, you know, and I've had some people that are repeat, and some investors that now they've invested in things, and they just out of the blue will call me. Hey, one has a restaurant in Cody. Hey, if you guys want to come on over and eat.
That's
and those kinds of
awesome.
things are great. you
Yeah.
know. I like those things a lot. I've had the other end of the spectrum as well.
Yes.
But
Yes,
yeah,
same.
I mean it's good. Yeah.
That's cool.
And this guy that I'm talking about here is, you would have never placed him to be an investor and be at the level he's at.
Right.
He was just average Joe looking and talking and
Yes.
very easy.
Yes.
Yep.
Some of the biggest spenders I've had, you would have never guessed too.
Right.
And they are the most down to earth, awesome people.
Yep. Gotta love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This job, I think probably one of the perks is you get to meet people you would never otherwise meet.
Yep. Yep. And I think it's a great thing.
Both the good and the bad.
You bet.
I
Yeah.
think it teaches me life lessons all the time.
Yes. Yes. It
Everything.
Does. Yes, it does. It makes you kind of second guess what you're doing every time. Make sure that you're
Yes.
really in it to win it.
Yes, exactly. This is not a joke. Here's a fun little fast round I made.
Okay.
You just have to the first thing that comes to
Oh
mind.
boy,
Mold or mice? Which would you rather deal with?
mice.
Ugh.
Antivirus.
Foundation cracks, cosmetic or catastrophic?
Depends.
That's not the choice.
How what to deal with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather deal with cosmetic, of course.
Yes, absolutely. And I think just because of how our soils are, you can have cosmetic cracks,
absolutely.
no problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had to inspect a haunted house?
Apparently.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Just that one,
More
though?
than one.
Really?
Yeah. I've done a couple of historics that are totally good. I did one in Hot Springs, South Dakota that was...
Something was wrong?
For sure.
Yep. I've been in a few, too, where I was like,
sure.
I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally weird.
Weird energy there.
Is that what you feel, too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not like you necessarily see anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, ugh.
Hairs are standing up on my arms
Yes.
and the back of my neck. I'm like, okay.
Yes. That's interesting because I'm not a superstitious person.
No.
I'm not anything like that. But you get a definite feel in a house.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definite vibe. And I don't know if maybe there's some open wiring. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
No, it wasn't.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Definite vibe.
But you do get that feel.
Yeah, definite vibe.
Then you cannot get away fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only been like 3 houses that I've been in like that.
Why are
That's
they
not
always
too many.
rural?
I don't know. In the middle of nowhere, and of course there's no power
Yep.
and no service.
Yep.
Best snack after inspecting a septic system.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
No, what's
Water.
Water. Lots of it and bleach.
Shower in the water.
What's your favorite snack during the day?
Mixed nuts. I'm boring.
That's
Yeah.
good. No, that's super good.
Yeah.
One word to describe inspecting homes during Wyoming winter season.
No.
Why is right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Just
it.
why.
Why is this weather trying to kill
You know,
me?
I am like, why do I live here? This
Why
is
are you
so
looking
hard.
at this right now? Yeah.
All right, little advice questions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wish every buyer understood about your job?
That I'm going to inspect over 300 things and try to narrate on those in a small amount of time, and there's going to be things that maybe aren't going to be fleshed out.
Well said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's, again, you're human.
Yeah.
You are looking at an entire house and trying to give them a snapshot.
Yep.
And the snapshot is very complete. Like
Yeah.
you have pictures, descriptions, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that they want it to be perfect?
A lot of times they want it to be perfect, and sometimes they want it to be a lot more things.
Oh.
Right. So I am really concentrating on big things.
That's good.
Big ticket items, right?
As an agent, that's what I want you to do.
Yeah. So a lot of times you'll get the small ball stuff, or they want to have more negotiating power. Sometimes they feel.
Oh.
Right. So, yeah, it's kind of a dance.
I had an inspector when I first started real estate tell me that he wanted to put enough items on the list to make the buyers feel like they got their money's worth.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No. I was like, really?
Yeah. And you want me to walk away with not a big list, right?
No,
not you, but as a buyer, you want to know that the house that you're looking at is okay. You know?
Not a flip.
Yeah. But you also want me to have that list be okay. If this has got 5 red things on it, that should educate you on how you're going to move forward.
Right. Or what should I expect to take care of in the next year or so?
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Because a lot of days, I mean, you're going to have houses that are okay. These 3 have been pretty decent, you know, and then a week down the road, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. You know what's so funny is like the house I generally will have no worries about is the one that comes back with the disaster inspection.
Yes.
Why?
So I've gotten away from trying to pre-look at the house before I go to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get something in my
smart.
head. I don't want to get it in my head. Okay, this house is probably gonna be okay. Because I don't want to even think that.
Smart.
I just want to go in neutral. I don't know what this house is.
So you don't look at my listing?
I do.
I was going to be so disappointed.
I do. That's kind of my. It's my weekend fun to go through the listings and see what's out there.
You know you're really into this career. I
need a
will
life
scroll
so
the
bad.
MLS like it's a Facebook. It's so bad.
I need hobbies.
Yeah, same. I'm just really into the job, and so are you, which is great. How can sellers make your life easier before you show up with your flashlight?
Sellers, clear out the closet that has attic access.
I can start telling them that.
That would be super. Because I really, unless it's like something that's really obvious, like a vacuum, I can move out of the way.
Which rarely it is.
Rare, right? I don't.
We got camping gear.
Yeah, we're not
Christmas.
touching people's things, right? And if it's
So like the appraiser, appraiser won't even go into a crawl space or an attic unless it's like unscrewed and
Right.
open for them.
yeah, and usually I'm the one doing that. Well, I shouldn't say usually. You guys do it a lot, but a lot of times I get that ask. Hey, can you leave that open, or can you leave it open for the, can you open that up for leave your ladder there?
Smart. Do you bring a ladder with you?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, that's my number one in and out. That
Yeah.
my tool bag are my number one in and out of the truck.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
What else can we tell
I'm
sellers?
short.
No, you're not.
Ish. So for sellers, I think, just try to get things as clean as possible. Just because the more floor space and space I can see, the better report I can give.
Right.
Yeah, if it's just, laundry day or whatever, not a big deal. But if you've got like all the moving boxes are piled up, like in the kitchen around everything,
How are you going to look at them?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough.
How do they generally have their house for you?
There's no one set way. A lot of people do everything in the garage, right?
That's what I tell them to do.
Yeah, I think that's probably your key best thing to do, because the garage maybe not as high priority item as seeing what the rest of the house is going to look like.
Right.
Right.
Because like unless you're in Indian Hills and that's where your
Yep.
water softener and
Yeah.
water heater are,
Yeah,
like
yeah, and
most
your crawl
garages
space access.
have. Oh yeah,
sometimes. Yeah,
it's a one-stop shop
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
But like, yeah, most
Yeah.
garages don't really have much in them,
yeah. So,
inspection-wise.
yeah, those things are, I think, kind of most important. And if you've got a dog to sketch, let me know ahead of time. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always tell them to leave with the dogs. Do they not?
No, there's a lot of times. There's one I did in Wright. They actually rang cane corsos.
Oh man, those can be so mean.
Oh yeah.
But they're so nice when the owners are around.
Yeah,
You just never know.
It's always the little ones. I always get along with
100%.
animals really good, and those corsos are fine with me. And I always carry dog biscuits with me everywhere I go. They're in the truck.
Yes.
I'll
That
get
is
to them
so
through their belly,
perfect.
right?
Yeah.
So-
yes.
Yeah. If that's going to happen, or a cat that I don't know that's there, and I open the door and I'm bringing stuff in, it tries to bolt.
Oh, have you had to chase cats? I have.
Yeah.
Down streets.
There's
like,
video out there of somebody's door cam of me chasing cats. It
Oh,
should
me
probably
too.
be-
Me too. It's terrible.
yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't lost one yet, but I have had to chase
Yep,
many.
I've wrangled them all.
You should start getting a lasso.
Yeah. That would be even worse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That
So
would
those
be-
things I think are kind of important. Yeah.
Okay, so
Messing animals.
yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah.
We need to tell sellers to clear out the areas
Yeah.
for access.
Yep.
Try to keep most pathways clear and like anything you
possible.
need to inspect.
Mm-hmm.
What about utility rooms? Are those always
That's usually, well, sometimes that's where your attic access is too, and there's washer dryers in there, and then all the stuff gets piled in there too. But utility rooms, as far as like HVAC rooms and that kind of thing, yeah, I mean, if you're stacking all your paint right in front of your HVAC, that probably tells me you haven't changed a filter in a long time, right? True. So,
very valid?
yeah. Don't tell on yourself, but
Do lights often work in those little utility spaces? They don't, do
a
they?
lot of times, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm going in there to preview or walk through or whatever, I'm always like, okay, this is not working. Take the handy dandy cell phone out.
Oh, you're a cell phone
Yeah.
user. Yeah, I'm Mr. Old School. I have
Do you
like
have a real flashlight?
5 flashlights at all
Ooh.
times. The spotlight, the floodlight.
I can just see it.
There's not too many crawl spaces I go in now without flooding it first. 'Cause
I
after
do
that
not
little
blame
weird,
you.
yeah. And spiders and snakes, I'm not a fan of. So, yeah, that's kind of my least favorite area to spend time. But I always spend a lot of time there.
I know.
Yeah.
Every time I have to like go into a manufactured home and make sure like I peek underneath it or whatever, I'm like, poor Jeremy.
And I don't know why the snakes don't let me know until I'm already laying down.
Why don't
Yeah,
they?
I don't know.
Have you seen any this year?
No, not this year, not yet.
Good.
So,
Last year, was it bad?
yeah.
Because it was really, we had a lot of rain at home.
Yeah, I call them nope ropes. So, yeah,
They are no ropes.
nope ropes.
My husband is very, very scared of snakes. And
So don't get in his way.
no.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
And then I'm lucky that we live on a hill, but sometimes they'll be around the base of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Sometimes we
Yeah.
have to make sure that I come running with a shovel.
You're the rescuer.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Very good to know.
Yep. You would
Yeah.
never guess. Big, huge man.
Yeah, that's
Snakes
good to
are not
know.
his thing.
That's good to know. Yeah, they're not mine either, but same. I've got animals and chickens and stuff.
Oh yeah. So those probably
Yeah.
help keep them away.
Not when they know there's a meal.
Oh.
You get the younger ones that think they're going to try it, right?
Oh.
So
Yeah, that's.
got to relocate them.
Ugh. I heard that geese keep them away. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm all animaled up.
Yeah. You don't want
Yeah,
some geese?
I'm good.
I'm sure Tammy would love you.
I'm sure she would.
You're known for keeping cool under pressure. How do you manage to stay so upbeat when you walk into a mess or you have high-strung clients with chaos? all around?
Breathing techniques.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me something about that.
I've learned over the years that 3 seconds before you react. Sometimes that's condensed down to a millisecond, but
Because you have no choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just got to breathe it out.
Breathe it out. That's really good advice.
Okay, that's what's going to happen right now, but something else is going to happen in a minute. So let's just go to this and this. So
Super good.
yeah.
That is
Yeah,
true, though.
That's
You
just the way I
gotta.
have to handle it because getting angry is not a good thing for when you're trying to be
No.
objective in any realm.
No.
So
Gotta just take the whole situation.
right.
I
Not
do
saying
something.
don't. I just wait till the next
Yeah. Just wait till I get in my car.
my poor truck.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
It's true though.
Yeah.
I have to kind of be like, all right, and then just take a minute to reevaluate everything and think
Yeah.
about what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I think with age, it's gotten a lot better. I mean, in my 20s, obviously, I would just react.
Sure.
30s, you realize, all right, maybe you need to
Reel
think
it in
about this
some.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And then now I think just because we have so many different clients all the time in different situations, like you almost become not immune to it, but you're just immersed in it way
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, and I suppose probably I don't know how you are, but you have to stay on task with what you're doing. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So
You can't let it
yeah,
derail your whole day.
Don't fall into what they have going on as
Yep.
much, right? Because that's going to get everybody off track.
Yep.
Yeah.
My family says that I'm not emotional, which is a huge thing, I think, for
Interesting.
all of this.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can let it not affect and walk into a listing and be like, hi, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
totally.
that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I think keeping a cool head just helps you. I mean, it helps you on every end. So,
Yeah. Or laughing about it.
yeah, I think humor is the best medicine.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yep.
big fan of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can have some weird, crazy things happen, and if we just make a joke about it.
And
so
you and
much
I
better.
have made a few jokes about it.
Yes,
a few
you
times,
have.
Which is great. Glad we can both laugh about those
Yeah.
things.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any questions you have for me?
What do you like to see on an inspector's end? I know that I kind of, when I came in here, I brought a lot of new things that I don't think were happening.
You did.
And a lot of things that some people are just like, why? What are you doing? You know?
Right.
So what do you like to see from when your client gets a hold of me to when we start to...
First of all, I have to say that you are the best at answering your phone. Our buyers will call you, and I never ever have them say, "Hey, I couldn't get a hold of Jeremy," which is
Awesome.
great because it's very reassuring to them.
Yeah.
They say that you're very thorough and personable. And from an agent's perspective, I really like your reports because they're easy for me to understand, especially when we're talking a high volume of houses.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it's really busy, I may jumble a few, but it's easy not to with your reports because they're very well laid out.
Good,
Like
good.
there's the front picture, the hero shot. I'm not
Yeah.
going to mistake it for something else. And then you go down through all the details. So like
Good.
I've had in the past inspectors say that there was a problem with the sump pump. Well, there was no sump pump in the house. You have the pictures to back it
Yeah.
up, so it's very
Yeah.
nice. Like if I have somebody that calls me from, hey, he did my inspection 3 years ago, then I can flip back to those pictures and be
Yeah.
like, all right, I got my memory going.
Love those calls, right?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But then we also have proof too. So
Right.
it kind of squashes anything that may be an issue or it rectifies it at the
Right.
same time.
And that's a lot of my role too, is to be that buffer between you and them as
Mm-hmm.
far as that goes, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I signed up for the job too, because that's something that's, you know, I think needed.
Totally needed. Because that's not my area of expertise. Like, I've asked you a million questions about basic home stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how this all goes together.
Yeah. So I know on my end, I always want to keep in contact with the buyer so they feel comfortable, that they know that things are happening.
That's a huge part of it.
But on the other side of that, I don't know on your guys' end, as far as, you know, the agents go, you probably don't need that much communication, because you know that's going to happen a lot of times. So I got to find that balance there too, to where I'm not blowing up your phone or your email with all that stuff too.
Right. I don't think you blow up.
Good.
Mm-mm. But I love communication.
Okay.
So
yeah,
maybe there's other agents that don't like it.
Yeah, there's
No?
a bunch out there, then everybody has kind of their different styles.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think communication is a big part of doing a job right, and like no
Good.
misunderstandings, you know?
Yeah, that helps too. And if we can talk through it, that helps us a lot too, because a lot of times that communication gets lost with some too.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, we did that, and then I don't hear it
Then
until
you
next
don't.
time, right?
Yeah. Or maybe, I mean, I guess I am bad about getting lockbox codes to you.
No, you're not.
I'm not, because I think I am.
You're very quick.
Oh, good.
Very, very quick about that.
That's good.
In fact, I've even asked you this before, like, how are you getting back to me so fast? Because I hit it, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm not even opening the door of my truck, and there's a response. It's like,
Well, I don't want you waiting
what?
there. Negative 50.
Well, yeah, then it's a different thing. But yeah, I think communication with you's really, really been good. So
Okay,
I appreciate
good.
that.
Good.
Yeah.
I love your reports. I love how it's easy to either get a hold of you or Tammy if we need to.
Yeah.
It's really helpful having her, because usually it's just one point of contact for other
Yeah.
inspectors.
I like that too on the other end. Go ahead, sorry.
And you are always available. Some inspectors won't work weekends, nights, holidays. You are there.
Yeah, I try to get it done, and it's a agreement that my wife and I had that, hey, this is a business and it's going to be busy, and if you want to help me take some of that on and shoulder it, then that's where she came in and did
so
a lot
cool.
of that. So it's not like just me being absent, and we can be absent together with each other.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
She's fantastic. There's
Yeah.
been some things where over the years I've tried to like systemize things and make them a little more, you know, fluid. And she's helped me do some testing and trial and
That's
error
awesome.
stuff.
That's
And
awesome. She's kind of told me some of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you guys do that, because I'm like, I'm out.
you're like, I don't want to. Well, sometimes a little bit of work on that side can help everything flow a little bit
You bet.
smoother, especially when we all get busier.
Yeah.
What are your busiest months?
Coming out of May, June, July usually. Sometimes there's a big cram before August, but I've been looking back through. I graph everything out, how many I do every month.
Me too.
Yeah. So it's been interesting to see the growth over the years, because everybody's like, hey, real estate's going down.
It's
I
not.
don't think so. Not according to what I'm looking at here.
No,
'cause
I
I'm-
had a record January and February.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
What about you? Your numbers are still high?
Yeah, they slow it down a little bit right around Christmas time.
Yeah, but that's
Not
normal.
a lot. Yeah, not a lot. But yeah, when the months are cold, you might see maybe 10 less a month on my end, maybe
How many do you do in a month?
40 plus.
That's amazing. Good for you. What's the most you've done in a month?
63.
Oh.
But that was some of those were, so I do other things than just I do commercial and home, and I also do foundation inspections and reports for engineers and things like that.
Oh, cool.
So and I do like Albertsons and the investor walkthroughs for people like that.
Oh, that's awesome. I
So
didn't know
that was kind of a special month. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot. There wasn't time for a haircut that month.
No. I bet there wasn't time for anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's typically 30 plus.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm sitting at too. So
Yeah. And when I started this, there was like 58. When I started full time back into it, 58 on the market. I'm like, oh, I don't think that's going to support me and a bunch of other inspectors. But the turn is just
it's solid.
keeps it going.
Do you see it growing every month? I mean, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
have some slower months, but you're still...
Yeah, I'm still growing. I haven't.
That's so good.
I had one month, but that was a vacation on my part. So,
That tells you you're doing everything right.
well, working on it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
working on it.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you are too, obviously.
Well, we make it our lives. I
Yeah.
can say that there's a lot
For
of
sure.
similarities
For
in
sure.
that. If you're tracking numbers, they do not lie.
Yeah.
I think that's super cool that you take it that serious.
Yeah.
Because for
You have to.
90% of the inspectors, I think it's just a side gig, which of course, when you start
Yeah.
out, it's going to be a side
Yep.
gig. But
Yep.
to take it that seriously and to go that full time, like obviously it shows that you care and you're doing all the things right.
I do. I want this thing to win.
That's awesome.
Yep.
No wonder we get along. We have the same mindset on that. Like,
Yeah.
I
For
want
sure.
to be the best and stay the best. And
Yeah. You are a goer, and you can tell.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I love it how like-minded people all come together eventually.
Yeah.
And no wonder I love doing business with you,
I
and
appreciate
our
that.
buyers love you. So
Yeah, it's likewise. I really do appreciate it, and I have to say I was intimidated at first when
What?
I first
Why?
started. Yeah, I was. I was like, she's kind of big and she's going strong. I don't know if she's probably got everything locked down and everything's like, I don't think I'll be able to break into her market at all.
Oh, you did. You did.
Honestly, that's a conversation I had with my wife. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get Jess on my team or not.
Oh man, now I can't imagine you
well,
not being here.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm glad this is working out.
it's a big role that you fill. So thank you for everything
You
you
bet.
do. Thank you for all of the expertise and value that you bring our buyers. I know without those reports, they would be lost.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everything you do and getting that business spread our way and trusting us to help you out.
Always. No one else I'd trust with it. So
Perfect.
thank you so much. And hopefully we can bring you on again sometime and we can talk more details about all the crazy situations. And maybe we should do one about homeowner deferred maintenance.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of stuff we could talk about just on that subject.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And
I
some
see.
inspector pain points maybe too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring up some of those?
I was hoping maybe you were going to bring up some to me.
Some pain points?
Yeah.
Like pain points from me on an inspector?
Mhm. Yeah. What?
They're not answering the phone because
Yeah.
then I get them calling me about their water heater.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, call a plumber. Do you want a plumber's number?
Yeah. Right.
Or just no availability.
Yeah.
Like, and we have those hard deadlines that we
Yep.
have to hit.
Yep.
And sometimes, especially when the market was super duper fast and people were waiving inspections and appraisals, which
Yeah.
is crazy. But
Yeah. I saw it.
if you didn't meet that deadline, they were not extending. So
Yeah.
they were SOL.
Yeah. That's tough being a chief cook and bottle washer and trying to get those all fit in
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you guys are killing it.
Yeah.
You're moving fast.
So thank you for your availability because those are big pain points.
Yep.
Or another pain point, if I just generalize inspectors overall, is when they nitpick everything because then it's overwhelming and
Yeah.
we'll lose the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Opinions really should be left at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It should just be what the house tells you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I
then
agree.
if you're not sure on
Hard.
it, like some inspectors, if they, like you said, would be heavy on one area because they specialized in it,
Yeah.
would offer an opinion on another area that they really maybe didn't know, and it would total the deal. So
Yeah. 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 Well, that's good. It's good information that I can make sure that I remind myself too as I go.
let's shoot this back. What's your pain points on agents? I made John answer one like that.
It's a time thing, I think, too.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I think sometimes when either they didn't let their buyer know, hey, you've got 10 days, and then they say, hey, can you do an inspection for me day after tomorrow? And I'm like,
That's bad organization.
yeah, it is. It is. But it happens every week, right? So I've got some things rolled out where my calendar's open now, and people can schedule themselves if they like. Yes. We'll talk
that
about
is
this.
smart.
Yep.
Good for you.
And then I just block out the times that I need off for sure. And then it's just first come, first serve type situation. And when we get that all nailed down, yeah,
I like
think that'll
that.
be a good thing. I think that'll be a good thing.
Yeah.
So you can do it. Buyer
Send
can
them
do
a
it.
link.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Is it
then,
like a Calendly type thing? Or something?
similar. So right now it's set up.
I love systems.
Yeah, it's like beta setup. Like if you go to my website and you just say schedule inspection, it'll take you right to my calendar.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, we could talk, I know, for another hour. So easy.
So great.
And I see John eyeballing the camera. So it's my cue to say it's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. If any of you have any comments or questions about home inspections, please leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.